The most popular request for a video I've seen is a guide on auction house and bazaar flipping. I never really made a video because I personally believed it wasn't a good way to make money, but I noticed that it can make a fortune with a bit of luck, and decided it was worth going over, just to have here on the channel in case anyone was curious. So today, we'll be covering how to effectively auction flip and bazaar flip. If you like what you see, leave a like on the video, and subscribe for daily Skyblock content. At 30,000 subscribers, I'll dress up like Bonzo for a stream, so spread the word to some people you know. Ring the bell for good luck, and join my Discord because we have almost 1,000 members and it's a nice place to hang out. Link for that in the description. Thanks and enjoy the video. Auction house and bazaar flipping are definitely one of the weirdest ways to make money on Skyblock. And the entire idea basically involves buying items for a low price and then selling them back for a higher price. We'll go over into much detail on how to do each of these things. First, we're going to start with auction flipping since it's much easier to explain than bazaar flipping. Something to note when auctioning and bazaar flipping is that the more money you have at the start of this process, the more money you'll be able to get. So if you're starting with 100,000 coins, this might be very slow since there are very few items you can flip. But if you're starting with 100 million, you can flip almost any item in the game, and obviously the more expensive items more than likely will have better outcomes than flipping ender armor or things like that. So the first thing to note is there are two different kinds of auctions. There are bin auctions and actual auctions. Bin auctions are a set item price where you could buy an item for a specific price and get it immediately. For example, if I wanted to buy this legendary dragon pet, if I paid 580 million coins, I would have it in my inventory on the spot. And actual auctions are usually set at a starting price of 10 coins, and over the course of a couple hours or a couple days, you'll see them go higher and higher as people bid up, and the person who has the highest bid at the end wins it. So for example, this Protector Dragon helmet has a starting bid of 100,000 coins, so no one's actually bid on this thing, and it ends in 3 minutes. And you can just kind of see how this works. And how you want to actually end up going through and flipping is you want to be on the auctions page, and you want to find items that don't have high bids but end very soon. Here's a really good example. If we're looking at Aspect of the Dragons, I've scrolled over to the bin price because this is the price you'll be selling back for. And we can see it's a bit under 3.1 million. You could probably get away with 3.1 million if you bin an Aspect of the Dragons for that price. It might take a little bit. Now if we go to auctions and ending soon, we would start finding clean Aspect of the Dragons that cost less than 3.1 million. For example, this one. I could bid 3 million on this one, and then when I flip it, I would make a little bit of money. We could also just put bids on other ones, such as this one. All of these 220k ones, you could put a bid on it, and set the bid for a few 100,000 coins less than what the item is actually worth. Then just buy like 20 or 30 of them, and then come back once the auctions end, and if you're lucky, you'll win a couple of them. Then, when you win the item, you could put it back in and go for bin, and then set it for 1 coin less than the lowest bin for that kind of item. The auction house just got disabled, so I have to do the rest of this part without the auction house. But basically, something to note is when you're binning an item, it does cost kind of a fee to restock the item into the bin. So when you're buying expensive items worth maybe tens of millions, it's important to note that when you're rebinning the item, there will be a slight fee. So you'd have to subtract that from your profit. So for example, with the Aspect of the Dragons, it would cost like a few 10,000 coins to restock the item. So make sure that you put lower bids, probably closer to 2.8 million or 2.7 million when you are buying Aspect of the Dragons. The secret to making a lot of money off of auction flipping is to find items that aren't actually very popular. This will be because less people will be searching to try and flip off of them. Since this is a fairly popular strat, you'll want to find items that not a lot of people are flipping. You could either do that or find items that so many people are flipping and that have so many items in the auction house that people might miss one or two. This would be like ender armor. You could, if we search ender armor here, then we can see just how many ender pieces there are. Like this one is 1,000 coins. You could easily bin this for way more than that. If we search ender again and we go to bin, then we can see that the cheapest helmet is going to be 48,000 coins. So if you won that other helmet for, 48 or for 11,000 coins, you could make 30,000 coins. And if you buy like 50 pieces of armor, you could make millions very quickly. So that's about it for Auction House. Just a quick summary. Place a bunch of bids on items for the lower price than it costs to bin it at the bin. This will make you a lot of money if you do it effectively. I suggest Ender Armor for people who aren't very rich, and for people who are, try Dragon Armor. There are several different ways to Bazaar flip. I'm going to explain the one I use personally that kind of works. But this is the only real way I know. I know there's another one where you like use a website. I think it's called stonks.gg, and it tells you like what items are good for flipping and stuff. And I'll leave a link to that in the description, but we're going to talk about a different method that I use that's more manual than just looking at a website. Now I'm sure there's going to be that one person in the comments that spends 37 hours a day Bazaar flipping and saying, oh, this isn't the most optimal method, and I'm going to be like, you're right, and I can't wait for their comment. This is just the method I use again, so there are probably other methods. So what I like to do to Bazaar flip is go and look through each item. For example, let's look at carrots, since I know this is a good one. You want to click on View Graphs and look at the sell price. If the sell price varies a lot, for example, this one's going anywhere from 3.5 coins to 4.35 coins every single day. You can also click through and set it to see the last month, week, or day. Last week, carrot was super good because for a couple days, the sell price was going anywhere from 4 coins to 12 coins. As you can see, it's kind of in between the 14 and the 7. Now, I kind of did release a video that crashed the carrot market, so this specific one doesn't work anymore. But you could pretty much go here, you could click create a buy order, and you could buy tens upon thousands of carrots. I believe it lets you buy up to 70,000 per order, something like that. And you would buy it at a price that people would still let you buy it. And then you would wait, a day, maybe 2 days, and then eventually go back and sell the order for like twice as much as you paid for the carrots. So if you invested, 1 million coins into buying carrots, you wait for carrots to go up in value, and then you sell them all for 2 million coins, effectively doubling your money. This also does work with the Ender Pearls still. I made a video for that where after the Spooky Festival, people end up instant selling tens of millions of Ender Pearls, and you could create buy orders for like 6 coins, and then after you buy, hundreds of thousands of Ender Pearls for 6 coins each, you could run around here and sell them back to the farm merchant for 10 coins each. So there's 2 different really ways to Bazaar flip. So there you go, that is how you auction house and Bazaar flip. If you want my personal preference, I think auction flipping is way better and much less confusing than Bazaar flipping. Hopefully I explained Bazaar flipping well enough. I know how it works in my head, but writing it down is something totally different. So I recommend auction flipping things like Ender Armor and Dragon Armor, and just be patient, set up a lot of orders, and hopefully you can get some cheap deals. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, leave a like down below, and again, subscribe. 30,000 subscribers, I will dress up like Bonzo for a stream. So if you want to see that, tell people, tell everyone you know, and let's make that happen. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Take care.